Welcome back, everyone, to the Creatia Conversation, your number one nerdish news source on Pornhub. I'm your host today, S.E.S. Vince, and I'm joined by my co-host, Lord Cusselat Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka Sweet T, aka Team Money, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. How's it going?
What's happening?
We got the autotune back. How you been, Travis, man? What you been on, man?
Oh man, been all right. Got a lot happening, a lot of things we're working on here with us and things I'm working on for myself that kind of might integrate with what we got going on here with us. There's a lot happening. I'm busy, but in a good way.
Yeah, keep busy hands or happy hands is what I'm hearing. There you go. Exactly. So, Travis, man, it's been a minute since we talked. What you been up to, man? Watching wise, gaming wise, have you had a chance to do anything since you've been so busy?
Not much playing that I'd want to be doing. Like I've said before, I pull out the phone, do a little bit of Marvel Snap whenever I got a minute or two.
Yeah.
But as far as watching, kind of in a waiting pattern as far as what I'm watching next, because a lot of things ended their season, so that's ended. Like there's no more Flash. It's kind of like goodbye Arrowverse. We'll miss you.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Yeah, not much. Like I said, Superman and Lois is still going. Gotham Knights, unfortunately, is still going. Started watching the. I know you've heard of the Great British Baking Show, right?
I've heard of it. Yes.
So that's one of the things I watch with Amani a lot. When there's a new season out and all that. Well, there's the Great American Baking Show.
Oh, I thought you were about to say the Great American Bash.
No, that was a few months ago.
Okay. All right.
We watched that for Return to Wrestling a while back. It was a few months ago. But anyway, the Great American Baking Show, same thing, but with Americans instead of British people. Same judges, so still Paul Hollywood and Prue Leaf, but the bakers are all American, and
right.
It's still pretty good. It's not as good as the Great British Baking Show. I feel like the Great British Baking Show, there's so many times when they'll just say things that, and I think it's just the British part of it, because there's certain words that they use and say in certain ways. It's like, that's adorable. But like with Americans, it's just like, yeah, they just talk like the dude from down the street, So it's less entertaining in that way, but it's still fun to see them do interesting stuff. It's the last kind of show you would expect Travis to enjoy watching, but I do actually.
I mean, it's a unique option that you just threw out there for sure. So, I mean, maybe the British baking show it's for you. I mean, not just Travis, but for everyone else.
It might be. It's one of the most wholesome things I've ever watched on television.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of watching, you should probably watch us live, because we're live every Monday through Friday on twitch.tv/Creatia World. Go ahead and give us a subscription there. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, you get a free subscription. You can go ahead and link that with your Twitch account and give us a free subscription. Help us out. If not, you can always follow us for free. Give this video a like button. Turn on notifications so you know when we go live on Twitch. But we're also live on YouTube.
That notification beam.
Flick it up. We're also on youtube.com/Creatia World, where we go live there as well. So to subscribe there is 100% free subscription there. Like button again, notification, flick that notification bell. Yeah, and then on top of that, if for us older heads, we're also on facebook.com/Creatia World. We're live there as well. Follow us there. So yeah, Travis, I mean aside from that, in terms for me, I think the last time we talked, I was in the knee deep of binging the Fast and Furious franchise with Melissa, right, so that we could watch Fast X. And we got in past Fast 7. Now we just need the Fate of the Furious, the 8th film, and F9, the one with John Cena in it. Telling you right now, man, after Tokyo Drift, shit just gets too ridiculous. It gets too ridiculous. And I've seen the memes, I've seen the TikToks. Like the entire time, I'm like, Vin Diesel.
They were making it up.
No, I thought they were over exaggerating shit.
No,
right?
Vin Diesel's a fucking superhero now. Like
he has superpowers. You give Vin Diesel a car, he could do just about anything.
Yeah.
This man stomped the ground on Shaw and like hit Earthquake like he's a Pokemon and just fucked him up. The Rock's over here flexing his bicep and breaking his cast and shit.
Well,
It's
that's The Rock. That's different. That don't count.
the Rock over here rock bottoming Shaw as well. A bunch of crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. R.I.P. Paul Walker. You know, I got to see the little like send off thing. Like I've watched these films, but I've never watched them consecutively in an order and then like actually try to pay attention to the franchise. They're usually like background noise aside from like the first two or three of them.
Right.
Yeah, so Fate of the Furious is on tap sometime this weekend, Fast 9 as well. And then at the end of the weekend, probably Saturday or Sunday, we're gonna go see Fast X, which looks like it's gonna be a trilogy at this point now.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Um, but speaking of movies, I think it's time we head over on to Newsy time, Travis.
Newsy time.
I'll never get tired of that. So I'm going to start things off with a trailer that Sony Pictures had on their Twitter accounts. It was pertaining like all the Spider-Man movies and stuff like that. But the big kicker is at the end. They teased like this poster with all four Spider-Men. And let's just watch it. Let's just watch it and see what's up.
Okay.
You are amazing.
This life is not an easy one. I've got this.
Peter 1, 2.
Peter 2.
Peter 3. Let's do this.
I might rewatch that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Into the Spider-Verse. I haven't watched it in a while. I might go ahead and watch that again.
Yeah. So I actually want to rewatch it tonight before we go see Spider-Man because Melissa's never actually watched the first Into the Spider-Verse. But she's like, yeah, I'll go watch the new one. I was like, yeah, but you haven't watched the first one. And it's like, okay, so it's like, yeah, that's why I didn't want to go see Fast X. It's not because I don't want to see the shit you like. It's because I want to watch all the installments prior to the newest one, so I know what the fuck is going on. So I don't sit there like an idiot asking you, who's that? Who's that? I thought Han was dead. What happened to why is Wonder Woman in here? You know, like I want to know shit. You know, why is John Cena Vin Diesel's brother now? How is he Latino in some way? You know, I don't want to be confused. But this is the poster that riled up like a good community here, and they showcase Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, and Miles Morales from Into Spider-Verse, leading to speculation and people wondering, will we see them appear in some sort of cameo scene, even if it's just a post-credit thing at the end of the movie or at some point in the film? Because there has been speculation that maybe we'll see Tom Holland Spider-Man in there at some point. But what do you make
I
of
do
this?
know they said like there's a total of 190 Spider-Man in the movie. So
Jesus.
If three of them are those three, I mean, sure, it's possible, but I don't think they'll be there in any capacity that's of, any consequence,
Right, to the actual plot of the film.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be an important part of it. Might be a little nod at some point, but I'm not investing too much into that.
The best way I can compare it is the appearance that quote unquote Venom and Eddie Brock made in No Way Home, where they were like there.
Thing,
yeah, the post credit stuff where they were there, but they were just at the bar or whatever, and then they get teleported back with no real consequence.
Yeah,
to
they brought him in and they took him out right away. It was just like, that's dumb. Thanks for wasting my time.
Yeah, because they teased that at the end of Venom Let There Be Carnage that he knew Tom Holland Spider-Man some way, shape, or form. It just led to a bunch of stuff. Yeah. But speaking of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, we actually have an article coming from comicbook.com written by Adam Barnhart. So the article actually lets us know who will be the voice actor for Ben Reilly, aka the Scarlet Spider.
Scarlet Spider, yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite Spider-Man suits, costumes, and one of my favorite Spider-Man iterations as well.
Yeah, it's a cool, really just a simple design on the suit that just looks really good.
Yeah, it's like all red with like a pullover, cut off sleeve hoodie. It's dope. It's dope. It's literally what I'd create if I was going to be Spider-Man. Um, I'd wear joggers or something because I need ball space. Um, so the article reads: just days ahead of the release of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the official Twitter account for the film revealed the voice behind one of the project's most beloved characters, previously teased as the surprise addition to the film. Ben Riley, aka the Scarlet Spider, was confirmed to appear in the feature earlier this month. Now, the Spider-Verse social media team has revealed Andy Samberg will be the one voicing the beloved 90s character. As of now, it's unclear how much Ben Riley is in the film. For fans of the character, a substantial amounts of screen time might be in the works, given he was featured in a thread of other such characters that lead the film's ensemble, including Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, Peter B. Parker, and Spider-Man 2099. So it goes on to talk more about Andy's involvement and more about the film, but that's the cusp of it all. Thank you. That was actually what I was going to pull up next. So I'm excited. That's a great looking Scarlet Spider, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It is. And Andy Samberg is always fun to watch. And fun to listen to too, I guess. It's funny, I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday, my friend Brittany, about Lonely Island, because we were somehow boats came up, and I told him like next time I was gonna, be on a boat and I'm gonna play the song I'm on a boat. And she's like, whatever happened to them? And I'm like, well, I know Andy Samberg's been doing this thing. He's, Brooklyn Nine-Nine and all that kind of stuff. Now, as far as the rest of them, I have no fucking clue. But
the only thing I see Andy Samberg in currently is all those Corona commercials with
him and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, him and Snoop Dogg. The new one with Carol G in there too. So shout out to Carol G. So I think this is going to be interesting because I don't know how they're going to play Ben Riley, because the iterations I've seen of him are based on the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, which is a little bit more serious. Granted, the theme and story
it was also pretty brief too. We didn't get a lot of him.
Yeah, it was a very brief.
Yeah, like maybe like 2 episodes, I think, that he was in.
Yeah, it was 2 episodes. If anything, it was maybe 1 episode and a half, and if he was in the second episode, it was mostly just like as a background character.
Yeah, because he was the one that introduced us to Spider Carnage. Because
I love Spider Carnage.
They were
love Spider.
There was an argument over who was the clone and who wasn't, and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, it's the Clone Wars, like the whole like story that they had in the comics as well. So they took inspiration from that. I'm just curious because I think Andy Samberg can really do a really good Spider-Man quips. I think he has the ability to do so. And I mean, look, I'm drawing a blank on his name, but the dude that plays Barney Stinson in How I Met Your Mother.
I didn't watch that show. I don't know.
Hold on, give me 1 sec. But yeah, God damn, why am I drawing a blank on his name? Neil Patrick Harris. There you go.
That nigga. Okay.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris actually voiced the Amazing Spider-Man in the Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions game, where there was the 4 Spider-Man. So if Neil Patrick Harris can do a solid, serviceable like voiceover for Spider-Man, I have faith that Andy Samberg can do something. I'm just curious to see how they're gonna have this go about. Is he going to be more serious? Is he going to be more of the stereotypical Spider-Man comedian type of guy? I don't know. I thought it was cool. It was interesting.
They have to differentiate him somehow, though. So he, if they're gonna do the Scarlet Spider and bring him in, they can't have him be exactly like Peter Parker. So they're gonna have to, do some adjustments. But
I'm just eager for the fucking film. Have you? You said you weren't gonna try the Spider-Man Whopper, were you?
No, didn't seem like anything worth it to me.
All right. I still got to check it out for sure. Speaking of Spider-Man, we can transition over to our next article, and it comes from thedirect.com. It is from Pierre Shang Liu. It talks about Spider-Man 2, the new video game that's coming out. Shout out to Miles, man. He's getting all the spotlight. He's going to be like co main character in the new Spider-Man 2 game. He has his second film coming out this week, Thursday, tomorrow actually.
That game is gonna be so fucking dope.
Yeah. So this is Spider-Man 2. PlayStation confirms 9 villains set to appear in the game. And the article goes on to say, Insomniac Games released what is possibly the best superhero video game in years with Marvel Spider-Man, with its sequel set to pin Peter Parker and Miles Morales against a slew of villains, both new and old. The original game had the player face several colorful villains, as big as Dr. Octopus or as small as Shocker.
Yeah, they did the whole Sinister Six thing, but it just I feel like they didn't really do it though. But
No.
it was still a good game, but like they tried to do the Sinister Six and just didn't give them all enough shine. It didn't feel like I was really facing the Sinister Six.
The only person that really got some shine was Mr. Negative, but that's only because
Doc Ock.
Well, Doc Ock. Yeah, Doc Ock and Mr. Negative were the only ones that got like main screen time because initially the main boss is Mr. Negative, Lee, Mr. Lee. He's the main villain here, trying to get after Norman Osborn for basically making him Mr. Negative and causing the death of his parents. So they had that, but shout out to Shocker. You know, I don't know why they said he was a small villain, but you know, he got like a small chasing role. So there's
I
that.
mean, he's not like, if you want to list all the Spider-Man villains, he's not near the top of the list. Like,
Okay, I need Shocker in this new game for the simple fact that I need them to recreate the scene of the 90s Spider-Man where Peter gets the symbiote suit and he's chasing Shocker up the Tower Bell or whatever, and he's yelling at the top of his lung, "Shocker! Shocker! Get back over!" I want to do that.
He's just so angry.
He's so pissed.
Yeah, that was the thing. And that was the whole thing about the the gameplay trailer they showed us during the PlayStation Showcase. The whole time, like, oh, he's such an angry young man now. I enjoy this.
Bully Maguire energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the article says, but the sequel aimed higher with the tease of Kraven the Hunter and Venom. The newest gameplay trailer for Marvel Spider-Man 2 revealed not only the Lizard, but that Kraven had a whole faction of hunters as well, and they're now on the prowl in New York City. So the number one villain that's going to be in the game, obviously from the jump, is going to be Kraven and his hunters. I think that's a really cool aspect. I love Kraven the Hunter. I think he's underrated as a villain. The Lizard's going to be there as a villain, obviously as an obstacle. I love that as well. He's going to play kind of like the Doc Ock role for Peter, where it's a friend that now becomes a villain that he's tried to save.
Yeah, and, but the thing is, they already established in the earlier game, but he had already been.
Will says fuck Streamlabs.
Okay, he probably was getting frustrated with it again. But they got it in the article here, like he would become the Lizard before and he had been brought back, so it'll be like a doing it again kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and then also like kind of plays a similar thing with Mr. Negative, where he was a friend, close personal friend to Peter and his Aunt May. So there's that. Obviously, Venom, he's going to be the big bad at the end of this game. I'm excited for it. We've already seen the black symbiote suit for Peter and how they're going to make a difference. I was trying to get the word, but I couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah, right. I'm really interested if they're going to do the whole thing and have it be Eddie Brock, because that's a lot of people to introduce.
It doesn't have to be Eddie Brock. My theory in this universe that it's going to be Harry Osborn, because we've seen that Harry,
the way they end the game.
The way they ended the game, and it makes sense that that's how Harry is alive at the end, is with the Venom symbiote suit.
But then how does Peter get it?
I think they might discover it. Look, we're speculating at this point.
Yeah, let's speculate.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume it's lab created, because as you saw in the post-credit scene of the the first Spider-Man game, there was like kind of like a black goo that was in the pod with Harry, and that black goo reached out to Norman's hand almost as to like Harry touching him. So it looks like they taken inspiration from the Ultimate Comics for Spider-Man and the Venom symbiote, where it's actually human created and lab created symbiote, and not an actual from alien origin. Yeah, not of alien origin. So,
or because we do play as both Peter and Miles throughout this game, and Peter's got the suit. Is there a point where Peter just goes full villain and you just got to face him as Miles?
I'm hoping that we do get.
And then I kill Peter.
That's so dark.
Then it's like Highlander, man. There can be only one.
Yeah, that's true. Matt says Streamlabs shutdown will stream halfway through. That's tough.
Damn.
That's tough. That sucks. Okay, so if you've seen the theme here with these villains, right? First is Craven the Hunter. He's just a big bad, whatever. But then you have Lizard, who's a friend, Doc Connors. You have Venom that we're speculating could be Harry Osborn, so that has some friends relationship with Peter. But we also have Wraith, who, as we know, is Yuri Watanabe, the former police detective officer that worked with Spider-Man. If you played the DLC, the whatchamacallit, the City That Never Sleeps DLC, she actually goes after Hammerhead, tries to kill her. She looks like she's on the run. So she's now this new villain.
Speaking of DLC.
Yeah, speaking of DLC, I hope we get Spider-Man 3 Venom with the struts. You know what? I think they would do it. I think they definitely would do it.
They kind of made fun of it already in the first game, though. So it's just
Black Cat is going to be in the game as well. So that's another like someone that could be an anti-hero or can turn back to the dark side. She's always
she was in the in like I said, speaking of the DLC, she was in the DLC. She was thieving and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I'm seeing it as she starts out, villainous and kind of stealing shit and all that kind of stuff, and flips over and becomes an ally.
Because towards the end, it seemed like she was leaning more towards being an ally. Maybe she starts off being an ally because there were some missions where you're working with Black Cat in the DLC as trying to take down. I think was Hammerhead maybe. But yeah, that's kind of my prediction is that she starts off. Maybe even she's a target of Kraven or a target of Venom to get to Peter. So there's that as well. Taskmaster is also going to be in the game. I like the missions. I like the Taskmaster master side quests and stuff. The training sequences. I thought it got me better in terms of the in-game fighting mechanics as well.
I'll say that was mechanics training, and I was over it very quickly. So it's just like I'm not doing this.
Prowler is going to be in the game as well, so this has some Miles ties as well, like a loved one, friend, family member, villainous. So we'll see how that turns. Tombstone is going to be in the game as well, so I like Tombstone. I actually like this Tombstone because it gave me like this mob boss, like giant bad mentality. Like I was more afraid of Tombstone than I was afraid of like most villains in the game. It legit scared the fuck out of me. Especially the fact that you're playing as Mary Jane in those stealth missions. I'm like,
you have no way of defending yourself. Yeah, you get caught, you're dead. Yeah.
No. And the last one looks like Shocker will be in the game. And I'm really excited for that. And I hope we get a Shocker chase scene with Peter yelling at him, Shocker, get back here. I just want to see all that shit, man. That's funny. I can't wait. I'm just excited. It's for Spider-Man fans. We're eating right now. We're eating. They're serving us right now. And you know what? We here at Creatia World and Creatia Conversation, we need to eat too. So that's why we need to switch it on over to our sponsors. So let me play that real quick. Let's see. Wait. Here we go. If it'll load anytime soon.
Bedroom. Then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Because you see, Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the offer code erotica at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creationworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description. Attention dog lovers. Are you looking for high quality products to spoil your furry friend? Then you need to check out dog.com. Because you see, dog.com is the go-to online store for all your dog related needs. They offer a huge selection of dog food, treats, beds, and more. Plus, they have products for all types of dogs, from puppies to seniors and everything in between. And the best part, you can shop with confidence knowing that all their products are made with your dog's health and happiness in mind. Dog.com only stocks top-rated brands that you can trust, so you can rest easy knowing your dog is getting the best. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Dog.com is doing a big warehouse clearance sale. And all you have to do is go to dog.creationworld.com and you can get up to 80% off on all sorts of items like toys, treats, bones, harnesses, bowls, leashes, and anything else you can think of. So go to dog.creationworld.com and take advantage of this sale right now. Spoil your furry friend with the best products from dog.creationworld.com today. Link is in the description. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and unfocused throughout the day? Then it's time to try Dubby, the ultimate energy source. Dubby is a powerful, clean energy drink that is designed to help you stay alert and focused no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, an athlete, or especially a gamer, Dubby can give you the boost you need to take on the day or the night. It also contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. And the best part, Dubby is made with high-quality ingredients and is completely sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and is keto-friendly. So you can enjoy the energy boost without any of the crash, jitters, or angst that comes with traditional energy drinks. Simply mix Dubby with water and you'll have a delicious, refreshing energy drink that can help you power through your entire day. And with a variety of flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dragonade, you're sure to find one that you love. So go to dubby.creationworld.com and order your Dubby today. And for a limited time, use code Creatia at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's Creatia at dubby.creationworld.com for 10% off. Try Dubby today and feel the difference. The link is in the description.
Let's remove you. All right. So there you go, guys. Go ahead and check out our sponsors. Love our sponsors. Allowing us to do great things like doing the live stream for the PlayStation Showcase that you talked about. You did that with Will and you did that with Ed as well. Well, apparently there's rumors that Travis, there might be doing another PlayStation Showcase sometime in 2023. So
I mean, it would make sense. Because last time we had one was in 2021. They did two that year also. So
okay. Well, hopefully it's an actual showcase because the last one felt like it was more of a state of play type of thing. If it wasn't for Spider-Man, it felt like kind of lackluster to me personally.
Same.
So let's talk about it because there's just an article that we have from comicbook.com written by Kate Onders. So go ahead and check them out, give them a click. Another PlayStation showcase is reportedly happening in 2023. PlayStation is reportedly planning another showcase later this year. The state of the video game industry has been a bit strange over the last 4 years or so. Before the pandemic in 2020, the industry was largely focused on these big events filled with spectacle, typically during the summer at E3. This began to dwindle in the years leading up to the pandemic, but they were still a big focus once the pandemic did happen. Everything transitioned to digital events, and they started happening a bit more frequently too. You get smaller scale events, but more frequently instead of the one big show in the summer. For some, this has been underwhelming and led to a lot of disappointment. The latest PlayStation Showcase had a lot of great games at it and featured the gameplay reveals Marvel Spider-Man 2, but it still left people with an empty feeling. It didn't have the wow factor of a lot of other PlayStation events from years in the past, which mainly partially due to the games like The Last of Us multiplayer game getting pulled from the event due to developmental troubles. Some also felt like the future of the PlayStation first-party offerings remain unclear post Spider-Man, but it seems like we may have more clarity soon. According to Kotaku's Ethan Gatch, another PlayStation showcase and a Nintendo showcase are planned for later this year. There is some ambiguity to Gatch's tweet, as it could just be more PlayStation State of Plays, which could be anything from rapid fire of new games reveals or a deep dive on the upcoming game we know of, like Spider-Man Marvel 2. So, like I said, the tweet reads essentially, so just start telling me both PlayStation and Nintendo will have additional digital showcases this year. Keep your eyes tuned in for this channel and yada yada. Basically, advertising his Twitter account. So he's speculating that there will be a Nintendo and a PlayStation showcase later on this year. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Like, do you really care that much? Is he reliable? In your
Ethan
opinion?
has been pretty reliable in the past for these things. He's not like the most reliable person out there as far as leaks go, but he's been pretty accurate before. I would say there's a good chance of it, like I said, because in 2021 they had two of them also. But he did use the word showcase, which means if they have another show, he's not talking about state of plays. There's a good chance there'll be a Spider-Man state of play because it's what they do a lot of times. They got a big game coming out, they'll do a state of play featuring that one game and going deep talking about that game. But yeah, there was a lot that was missing from that showcase. I mentioned it when I was talking to Matt the other day. Let me see. Because I wrote them all down. Yeah. There was nothing from Sony Santa Monica. There was nothing from Naughty Dog. There was nothing from Sucker Punch. No Twisted Metal. No Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. No Wolverine. Nothing from Sony Bend. So there's so much stuff from their first party studios, like just their exclusives, that we just got none of.
Right. Exactly. I mean, me personally,
Amen, Ed. Amen. And
Well,
I think I didn't need all of those things to happen, but the fact that none of those things happened was my problem.
You just needed a select few, or maybe just at least one out of them.
One or two of them. I would have been like, okay, it's not as bad. But the fact that none of those things happened, like we know Santa Monica's working on something. We know Ben hasn't had anything since Days Gone. Like we know Naughty Dog's working on this multiplayer for The Last of Us. Twisted Metal has this show coming out. There's no way you put this fucking show out and they don't do a game. Come on now. Like it's just like we like logic tells us we know all these things are happening. So why didn't we see them? And some are saying it's because they were holding back because of the whole thing with Activision Blizzard with Microsoft, and they're like, hey, we gotta still hold back because they say we have all these exclusives, so we shouldn't worry about the acquisition and all that kind of shit. Now we're at a point where the acquisition is gonna fucking happen. So just give it up.
It says we just need a 30-second teaser from all of these companies. Just a taste is all we ask. He just he wants a nibble. Ed just wants a nibble. He doesn't want the whole buffet. Just wants a nibble. That's all you need.
I mean, he's right. Like it's just they could have legit done that and we'd have been happy as fuck.
Yeah. I tell Melissa all the time when she goes out to eat without me because I'm at work or she's going with friends or family, I tell her every single time, just bring me back a nibble. I don't need to get everything that you got. You don't need to bring me something specifically. Just bring back a nibble, whatever you had. I just want to have a little taste. Just a tip, so to speak. Yeah, there you go. Speaking of taste, I do want like a taste of some action from like some of my favorite wrestlers and actors. Recently, I've been obviously I watch wrestling all the time, and recently I've been watching Jackie Chan Adventures. Yeah, who would have guessed it? And I've been watching Jackie Chan Adventures. So you know what I really want in my life, Travis?
You've been watching Jackie Chan Adventures?
Yeah, you haven't. When's the last time you watched
I've seen the show, like when it was actually on television on Fox, but or was it Fox?
No, it was WB Kids.
Yeah, it wasn't Fox. But anyway, I saw some episodes when it was on TV, but no, I have not gone back and rewatched Jackie Chan Adventures.
Well, I have. I've been on Amazon Prime. That's what I've been using my Prime Video for, is watching House MD, and I've also watched
Citadel yet?
Not yet.
You should watch the Citadel.
Oh, I'll put it in the queue. But yeah, so I've been loving some John Cena. I've been loving some Jackie Chan. So I want John Cena, Jackie Chan content. And thankfully, I have 2 trailers with just that in mind. Can't wait for this movie. So this is let's see. Actually, no. Wrong button, sorry. So this is Hidden Strike trailer. And then afterwards we'll watch another Jackie Chan John Cena trailer. Let's see here. Let me know if the audio's good.
Yeah.
Sit down. Hey. Slow. Oh.
It's a team of international criminals.
The biggest oil heist in history.
It's not personal. These guys are a little bit on edge.
You guys do nicknames? Bald Eagle. Tomb Raider.
Really, Tomb Raider.
Full disclosure, there's a lot going on here.
I think they're gonna shoot you. Because it's you. I want to shoot you.
Allez, moi, c'est enfoiré!
See?
This makes sense. From the creators of Need for Speed.
Oh, that's old dude from Game of Thrones. He was
Yeah.
the fuck was his name?
I'll go look.
I'm okay. You okay?
Yeah.
He was like the sleazy uncle dude. From, the boat people.
Okay.
I can't even think of their name now. Greyjoy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shame you have to do this on your own. I'm not alone.
All right, John Cena was behind him. He just couldn't see him.
You couldn't see him. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit. Hidden Strike.
Okay.
So, what are your thoughts, Travis? What
I'm seeing like Rush Hour with a white dude meets Fast and the Furious, and cool. Okay.
So that's coming. That's supposed to come out 2023. Looks like I can't wait. I never thought I needed John Cena and Jackie Chan in a movie together, but now that I know that it's a thing, I want it.
Listen,
Almost exclusive.
we just need more Jackie Chan. Like that's really what it is. It could have been anybody.
But the fact that it's John Cena,
Yeah.
is like the cherry on top. You
Of
know?
course. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like we could have got Jackie Chan with insert person, and I would have probably been in anyway. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, not any person, but like it could have been a lot of different people. Like, you know, replace him with, I don't know, Chris Evans. Sure, you know,
Okay.
or
Chris
like,
Evans funny. He has some moments.
yeah.
Okay, well, let me ask you this: who's one person you don't think you'd want to see Jackie Chan being paired with? Ed says JC and Mad Max. It's all a win for me. Honestly,
I'm trying to think. It would probably be like another comedian. Probably wouldn't work for me because it's just like I feel like they'd be trying to do the Chris Tucker thing, and it just wouldn't work for me. So
Kevin
you know,
Hart.
yeah, I wouldn't want to see Kevin Hart.
Chris Rock is a good
Definitely
answer.
wouldn't want to see Chris Rock either.
Will Smith.
I'll watch Will Smith read the phone book. That's different.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Jason Momoa and Jackie Chan.
I'd 100% be down for that movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the only reason I want to watch Fast X. It's because of him. I've seen a few things. Like there's this one clip that I've seen where he's like in the like he's getting ready to race. They're on the line, and then he's like mean mugging one person. And I think he talks to Vin or Vin Diesel or his character Dom or whatever. He just sticks his tongue out like a child. I'm like, I know you're supposed to be the bad guy, but I fucking love you.
Yeah.
I want you to win. But yeah, speaking of Jackie Chan and John Cena, they're going to be featured again in another film. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. We've talked about it in the past with the voice actors and stuff. I think it was mainly you and Matt that were talking about it.
I don't remember.
But we have big names here, such as John Cena, Jackie Chan. Ice Cube is going to be in this as well. So there's that. Post Malone is in here. Seth Rogen, Paul Rudd, Maya Rudolph. So there's some good names here.
Oh yeah.
Let's
The cast.
Yeah, quite the cast. So it's a colorful cast. So let's check that out real quick.
I'm awesome.
Boys, where have you been?
We're just running errands.
That's it?
Look, we're really sorry, Splinter. Some of the guys wanted to get pizza, and I tried to talk them out of it.
You ratted us out.
Hey,
Don't use that word that way.
I mean, it's 2023, Dad.
Oh,
Guys, if we weren't monsters that were shunned by society and we could do what we wanted, what would you guys do?
Go to high school.
Maybe get a girlfriend.
Can you imagine that?
Not likely. This is insane. Turtle, mutant, karate teens. I want to know everything.
Ninjutsu, not karate.
Definitely not a giant rat. That makes me feel like he's a rat.
Police are baffled by the recent crime wave led by a superfly.
Nobody's ever seen his face.
Why?
Because he kills everyone who does.
Cool.
No, not cool.
A bit cool.
Can I
I'm about to say that actually sounds pretty cool. I don't know.
yeah.
We're cool. They'll accept us.
Can I kick it?
I don't know who's voicing.
Brooklyn Bridge. Can I kick?
Fuck.
Kick.
Whoa.
Kick.
Donatello,
That's a little twist.
but I like it.
I can't believe there are other mutants.
You want to roll with us? Humans are never gonna like us.
Bebop and Rocksteady,
We're
Baxter.
gonna let the mutants rule the earth.
People's, they got to go.
Okay, sort of a twist.
We can't stop him.
We gotta try.
6 in the morning, police at my door.
Ice Cube is Master Splinter.
My son,
Was that Ice
Michelangelo, you have
Nah.
heart. Donatello, you have wisdom.
No, that's Jackie
Raphael,
Chan that's
you
Master
have
Splinter.
bravery.
Yeah.
And Leonardo, honor.
I heard Ice Cube, but I couldn't
every night.
figure out who it was.
Problem, right?
But he was just hold his lyrics. He's voicing Superfly. He was the dude that was talking shit just then.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. All right, so there you go. 2 trailers featuring. I couldn't hear John Cena in all of them, and I didn't even see him in any of them either. But Jackie Chan, Master Splinter, I popped for the line where he's like, "Hey, don't use that word in that form,
Yeah.
in that manner." That shit was funny to me. Oh man, yeah, no, that was good shit. What you think, Travis?
He's up. John Cena's playing Baron Draxum.
Okay,
I
don't know who that fuck that is.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure who that is. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm always down for more Ninja Turtles though. So it's once I saw this, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. Only one I was just like, nah, was the Michael Bay shit. I just wasn't into it.
Oh yeah, I can see why. I can understand that, but I
And it
love
wasn't one of those. And it wasn't one of those things where I'm like, oh, he ruined my childhood. I'm like, no, I'm just not interested.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. I don't think anyone can really ruin your childhood unless you have a very terrible childhood experience in general. So
yeah, it's one of those things. The other things that I love still exist. Like it's not like I can't
Exactly.
watch those things.
exactly.
So it's just like with a lot of the Disney remakes and all that kind of stuff. Like, oh, they're gonna ruin it. I'm like, no, they can't ruin it. It already exists. You can just watch that other one. Like, and we were like, oh, the new, the new Beauty and the Beast ain't as good as the other one. Okay, well, watch the other one then. Like, you can
Exactly.
you can do that. It's fine. Like with Lion King, I still maintain Lion King is the best Disney movie ever made. And when the
I
live
agree.
action, even though it wasn't like live action, it was all CGI. But anyway, that when that remake happened, I'm like, okay, this is fine. But if given the choice, I'm going to watch the original animated one because again, it's the greatest Disney movie ever made. So it's just I'm fine that they made it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna watch the other one.
I'm there with you about Lion King being the best Disney film. When I heard they were doing the live action like Lion King, I was like, in my mind, I didn't think CGI. In my mind was like, how are they gonna just like film like actual lions and like wildebeests and like a warthog and stuff like that? Like how are they gonna do this? I was like,
Kind of like they did with that first live action Jungle Book movie, where the
yeah,
animals were real and you didn't really interact with them though. It was just
yeah, exactly. I thought that's what we were gonna get. I thought we were gonna get like a reimagining of the Jungle Book.
Then they made the other Jungle Book live action one that was actually very good, but
that one I haven't just checked out.
Oh, you haven't seen the? Oh, okay.
No. So let's continue talking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because this is an article coming from EU.com or EW.com. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross composing score for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. So director Jeff Rowe has confirmed that Trent Reznor. Am I pronouncing this
5 times fast?
I can't do it. And Atticus Ross
Trent Reznor is the name though.
Okay, composing the score for the animated film Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants Mayhem, coming out August 2nd. The legendary skateboarder Tony Hawk, who recently teamed with Reznor for a cover of 9 Inch Nails' Wish, mentioned that the Oscar-winning pair were contributing to the animated film's soundtrack during an appearance on the Through the Lens podcast on Sunday. Rowe took to Twitter to confirm the news. Well, now that my teenage hero, Tony Hawk, has leaked that my music heroes are doing this, I can add that the score is absolutely amazing. The director wrote it exhilarating, terrifying, heartbreaking, full of sounds I didn't know existed. I don't have the vocabulary to describe it. And I love it so much. For those speculating, nothing they've done has been released yet. It's not them in the teaser trailer and won't be them in this week's trailer. You'll just have to wait until August 2nd to have your mind shattered and rebuilt with beauty and then shattered again.
Bold Travis, words there, sir.
Bold words, yes. They're over here hyping up this score, and I'm hoping it's really good. I'll check out the film just for that as well. I know that it's going to be a major thing. I'm going to pay more focus to it.
Yeah, right over there.
Yeah, no. I've been dealing with a cough the last couple of weeks. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. So yeah. But yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm alive.
I have to say, if you're gonna die on stream, we need to be prepared because I'm definitely reposting that over and over again. But yeah, I mean, good music is big driving force behind most media, like, as far as TV, movies, video games, all that. Like, the music drives it. Like, wrestling, huge thing. Entrance music makes a big fucking difference. Like, I had this whole rant that I went on all that time when they called Keith Lee from NXT to the main roster and changed his fucking music, and it pissed me off because you lose that feel of who Keith Lee is with that weird shit they were using for a while.
How do you feel about his theme song in AEW?
I don't like it as much as I liked his music in NXT. I don't think I like any music he does as much as his NXT music. But it's fine. I had to get used to it.
JJ says she'll miss me if I die on stream.
Yeah, and our thing is I don't hear it enough for me to actually like really get used to, but I downloaded and listened to it a few times because I don't watch AEW, so it's not gonna be.
I understand. Would you go to an AEW show if it was in your city?
If I knew Keith Lee and Luchasaurus were going to be there,
would you?
Yes.
What if the main event was Luchasaurus versus Keith Lee?
Then I would be front row.
All right. Well, now I know how to get you out for a show. his new theme is on my morning playlist.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's just I just don't think it's as good as Limitless. But
And what sucks about it is that I don't think it's available on Spotify or Apple on iTunes anymore. Apple Music.
Limitless?
Yeah, Limitless. No. So if a wrestler leaves, like you can't even find Sasha Banks' theme song anymore because she's gone. Johnny Gargano's old theme song was gone. Samoa Joe's theme song's gone. Undisputed Era's theme song, they're all gone. You can't find those anymore.
Not even on YouTube?
Well, on YouTube, but like if you want to listen to them on Spotify and have your Spotify playlist, they're just removed from Spotify.
This is why you need YouTube Premium so you can use YouTube Music.
That's true. Isn't YouTube Music its own subscription?
No, it comes with YouTube Premium.
Ah, I see. See, I did subscribe to YouTube Premium for a while there, but money,
I get it. I understand why you haven't done it because a lot of people it's not worth it to them. But I'm just saying, if you want those options, YouTube Music can solve that problem for you.
That's very true. Very true. My only issue with that would be that I would create a separate YouTube Music account because then it'll mess up my algorithm for what I want to watch on YouTube. It'll just show me wrestling theme songs.
It won't. It doesn't do that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, your YouTube Music stuff doesn't do anything with your regular YouTube stuff. Not that I saw.
Well, that's good to know.
But yeah, and the thing is, I don't pay for Spotify, so it's not like it was an extra cost for me to do it on there versus Spotify because I just didn't pay for Spotify anyway. So it was just.
All right, interesting. Let's move on. We have another article, short article here. Just quick announcement. So this is coming from ScreenRant.com. Written by Ryan Northrup. I don't think that's a real last name. I think he just made that up. So Prime Video Australia, Travis, is developing a remake of The Office. We like The Office, right, Travis?
I do like The Office.
Well, this spinoff or this remake which will focus on a female manager this time around, based on Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant's Jarvis. Thank you. I'm having a hard time pronouncing names today. Short-lived British comedy of the same name, The Office, first premiered on NBC in 2005 before coming to the end in 2013. After 9 seasons, both the American and British versions of the show followed eccentric managers played respectively by Jarvis and Steve Carell at struggling paper companies. The article goes on to say, now per Deadline, Jarvis' original premise is set to be adapted once more, with Prime Video Australia working on a new version of The Office starring comedian Felicity Ward as Hannah Howard, the manager at packing company Flinley Craddock. The synopsis for the show reveals that Howard will go to great lengths to keep her work family together after news comes down from head office that her branch is being shut down in favor of a work from home model. So I get it. So it has more of a modern take on why the paper company business would be shot then.
Never mind the fact that people just don't order paper like that. But
exactly. The Australian version of The Office is expected to release on the streamer in 2024, but unfortunately the show will not be immediately available to viewers in the United States. The remake season 1 will feature 8 episodes in total, with filming expected to get underway in Sydney, Australia in June, while The Office Australia marks the 13th remake of Jarvis' British show. It will be the first to feature a female anchor in the lead role. Actor, I meant. As both the American and British versions of The Office make clear, much of the success of the show will depend on the supporting cast members that are assembled. The Australian remakes cast will include Edith Poor, Johnny Burge, Lucy Schmidt, Steen Raskopoulos. That's a tough name. Paya V. Sharda. Sherry, I can't pronounce the rest of these names. I'm sorry. Check out the article. But yeah, only 1 season has been announced so far. But if it proves popular, it could run for multiple seasons. It remains unclear if or when The Office Australia will become available for viewing in the American version on Prime Video, with this new take on The Office focusing on a female lead and coming more than 20 years after Jarvis and Merchant's original. It has an exciting opportunity to explore more nuance of the modern office environments of today. So, like I said, article from ScreenRant.com. Go ahead and check that out. They use a picture of Pam Beesly in it to like illustrate that it's going to be a female lead. So this is interesting. I like this. I'm interested as
Listen,
well.
if you all really, really want to watch it when it comes out, VPN people, you can still do
There are VPNs, yes. Yeah, we
it. Like they can say like it's not available in the US. It's not available in the US if you're not motivated.
Exactly. So there are ways to check it out. So I might actually check it out. What about you, Travis? Are you going to go out of your way to check it out?
I'm interested. We'll see.
Did you ever watch the British version?
Yeah, but I didn't like it as much. Like I've heard, people like, "Oh, it's so good." And I'm like, I don't know. I like the American version better.
Yeah. Where did you like it from the jump?
I like their bakers better. I don't like their office better.
Yeah. There you go. Did you like it from the jump with episode 1 or what episode was it?
Of the American Office?
Yeah, the American Office.
It took me a while. It took a few episodes for me to really get a hang of what they were really trying to do. And once I realized what they were really going for, I'm like, oh, I see. Yeah, I'm in.
What episode do you feel like that was for you?
I have to look at the list. Hold on.
I can tell you mine in the meantime. Mine is the Dundies Awards. When they did the
so
Dundies.
The end. Okay. That's the end of the first season.
Yeah, the end of the first season is when I felt like they found their niche and they found out who they were, their comedy. Because at that point, like Michael became a little bit more sympathetic and not just like a straight up dick and the villain of the show. And that just made him seem just like this lovable like loser.
Lovable idiot, yeah.
Yeah, lovable idiot. And then Dwight is just Dwight. Jim is at his all-time best. Drunk Pam is hilarious to me. It had a lot of great stuff. What didn't they have it at Chili's as well?
Yeah. Oh wait, Dundies was the first episode of the second season, not the finale of the first season.
Yeah. Okay. So first season wasn't it for me. Second season is where things are different. Also, it does feel like the way they shot it, everything, just like the colors of the show, the aesthetic just feels a lot different. The first episode specifically just felt like they were trying to recreate the British version.
Yeah, they literally did it that first episode, shot for shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the Alliance episode 4 of the first season was when I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah,
nice.
I'm in.
All right, so there's that. Aside from that, I think we have time for one more trailer, Travis. Let's see. It says, as an artist, I fell in love with the show when Michael attended Pam's art show, brought her some and bought her painting.
And bought her painting. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was a beautiful moment too. Just
highlights
right here in the field.
Yeah. Highlights like despite him being a complete idiot, how like genuinely nice of a person Michael Scott actually was. Because I think Oscar went with his partner, but they were just like, "Oh, this isn't good" or whatever.
Yeah, like they called it motel art at best.
Yeah, motel art at best. No one else showed up. Not even Jim showed up, I don't think, right?
Nope.
Yeah, and then Michael came in there and just like, "I'm really proud of you. I want to buy the painting," and just like creates the bond of the
he was just like, because he was just like, oh man, these could be tracings. Like he just like how good them all was. Like that's just how he saw it. That was how simple it was for him. He's like, no, you did this, and that's fucking amazing because I can't do this, and that's about as far as I go with most things too. It's just like, yo, can I do a better job of that than you? No, then good job. Like
exactly. I loved it. So yeah, we have one more trailer, Travis, and I think we'll sign off with that.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I was in an art at an art show or in an art museum, and a lot of times I was commenting on it to Amani. I'm just like, I don't get it. So many of these, like, I don't want to go into a place like this and see something that I feel like I could have done.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so the trailer is for Silent Hill Ascension cinematic story trailer. So let's go ahead and check that out.
Silent Hill.
I can feel it. Your guilt. So thick it chokes the air. You want to know how you can escape from this place. But you can't. Any more than you can escape yourself and the pain you carry. It fills you up like a sickness, a disease, that you pass on to everyone you meet, everyone you love, even your children. Because no matter how hard, how fast, how far you run, your past will catch up with you.
Nice. Face your trauma together. Oh man. All right, that was cool. You know what? This gave me Matt vibes.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a Matt game. I haven't touched Silent Hill in a while. I haven't done anything Silent Hill related since since PT back on the PS4, that playable trailer that came out that everybody's freaking out about. That thing got taken off
Yeah.
of this thing. You can't get it anymore unless you already had it, which I'm pretty sure is still on my PS4 right now. But yeah.
Yeah, no, good stuff, good stuff. I'm looking forward to it because I don't know, it just seems fun. It said like their fate is in your hands, so I'm guessing like it's gonna be like a kind of like a player's choice type of decision making.
Yeah,
And then
it's
what
an interactive story kind of thing is what they said.
I love games that are like that. I love interactive story games, which is why Until Dawn is one of my, to this day, it's one of my favorite PlayStation games I've ever played. Because I love the butterfly effect, the interactive stuff. It was all good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, that's Creatia Conversation for you. We thank you guys for watching live on YouTube and Twitch. And if you didn't watch us live, the replays are available on Twitch and YouTube as well. Just go ahead and check that out there. But we prefer, or at least Matt prefers, you go over to pornhub.com/model/Creatia World to watch the replay over there. It's his favorite place to watch us. We have exclusive getting off Pornhub exclusive content over there. So go ahead and check that out. If you want some other content, we do have patreon.com/Creatia World, like you talked about. Return to Wrestling is available there. You guys just finished Halloween Havoc, right? 97?
Yes, we did.
Exactly. One of the best pay-per-views of all time in WCW history. Best cruiserweight match of all time, no questions asked, between Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio Jr.
Hell yeah.
The Warden Matt Ritter, Laura Cusselot, Travis Pointer, they go ahead and cover it. You get the back catalog as well, but Travis also links up with Mara, so they talk about multiverse stuff. So they just did the Flashpoint Paradox movie as well, if I'm not mistaken. That was the last episode, in lieu of the new Flash movie that's coming out in June. So go ahead and check that out as well. And you get the back catalog of all the other stuff as well. You guys have covered the Under the Red Hood, right?
No, but that might be the next one we do.
Okay, if you do that one, can I be on it?
I'll think about it.
All right. Well,
depends
you guys,
on availability, because the times that we record, you're often not available anyway. So
that's very true. That's very true. Just keep me posted. Let me know, because it's one of my favorite comic movies of all time. And you can get all that content for just $1, only $1. There's other tiers as well, so go ahead and check that out. That's for you as well. There's higher tiers as well. You want anything, you want to check everything out, you want the links to all the audio stuff, it's Linktree/Creatia World. Check it out. Everything's available there. But we also encourage you to go and check us out on social media on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at It's Creatia World. It's all universal for you, so it's easier for you to find. We post when we go live with videos. We share stuff on there as well. So go ahead and interact with us and know when the videos go up. As like I mentioned about Facebook, we have a few groups there as well. We have facebook.com/groups/STEM Dragons, where we talk House of the Dragons and Game of Thrones stuff, content there. Go ahead and check that out. But we also have our weekly, almost daily Wrestle Talk over on facebook.com/group/SmackDown, where we have a live chat for all the wrestling shows. So go ahead and check that out. I had a jam-packed wrestling weekend, and if there's another jam-packed wrestling weekend as well, you should go ahead and check out the group. Chats and Wrestling over there. Travis, where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter on both of those at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT.
All right. And as for me, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at SESVince. Link tree in my bio will take you to everything Creatia World, Smacking the Raw, Straight Talk, and Get Your Podcast. I recently linked up with Katie Kinsey Bay of the Sheely Showcase and 1/3 of the Smack the Raw crew. We did a brand split draft for AEW Dynamite and Collision. So we did that. So that was kind of fun. Check that out. The video version of that podcast is available on Spotify. You can find the podcast by just searching SES Vince in your favorite podcast platform. Easiest way to find the podcast, honestly. Go ahead and follow and subscribe there. Thank you. And yeah, Travis, I guess we'll see everyone again tomorrow. At least you'll be here with Will, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So go ahead. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Later, y'all.
Peace.